boys and girls, and welcome to Growing Guitar. We have Alexander Stewart here with He Never Will. So we have this verse and chorus going on here. The verse is melody based and the chorus is based on a strumming pattern. So we're gonna look at this together. First, we need to use the capo here on the first fret. We place that there, and that will be much easier to handle all the chords here, easier chords and all that. So capo on first. Let's go over the chords. And like I said here, the chorus is more built upon the chords when it comes to strumming. So we're gonna look at the chords used there. So first, I just want to mention, you're gonna have one finger glued here to the 3rd fret B string. Okay, so that will follow us through the entire chorus. So I will just suggest you hold the ring finger there on the 3rd fret B string, and then you're gonna work around with different fingers here around this ring finger. So ring finger on the 3rd fret B string, that's a starting point. We'll start with the F sharp chord, the D, but with the F sharp in the bass. So the grip looks like this. So that is 2nd on E. Then usually you get the A muted there. You just lean this index finger on top of the A string. Get that muted. And then open D, 2nd G, and now comes the 3rd B. And open E. So that is the D, F chord. Then you have the E minor. Keep in mind, you have this ring finger still there on the 3rd fret B string. E minor looks like this then. So that is open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, open G, 3rd B, and open E. You have this C version of this chord here, the C add 9, I believe it's the correct name. So you can play it like this. So that is 3rd on A, 2nd on D, open G, 3rd B, and open E. If you want, you can also add a 3rd E there in the end. It's up to you. I think it's cool with the open E there. Okay, moving on here with the G. So you just move up here from the C, the same kind of grip to the G. And it looks like this. 3rd on E, 2nd on A, open D, open G, 3rd B still, and 3rd E. Then we have a combined chord between A and D, the AD chord. Looks like this. So that is open A, 2nd D, open G, 3rd D again, and open E. So this 3rd B will be with us still, and then we have a plain standard D chord. So that is open D, 2nd G, 3rd B, and 2nd E. All right, so the D, F, the E minor, the C, the G, the A, D, and the D. All right, so that's the chords you need for the song. But first, we're gonna start off with the verse play, and that is based upon, of course, chords in the background, but we will use a picking pattern here. So we'll start with the E minor part of it first. You just need to hold like this, the 2nd fret on D string. You're gonna play that note and alternate that with the open G string. You do that for 3 rounds, so that's the E minor part. You move on now to the C part. You go up to this grip. That is 3rd fret on A string. And you're gonna alternate that with the open G again. You do that for 5 rounds, so. Then we go to the G part, and that is to move up to the 3rd fret E string here. You're gonna play that note and combine that with the open B. So you do that for 3 rounds. And finally we have the D. Now you have this 2nd fret G string, but you're gonna start with the open D first, and now the 2nd G. You do that for 5 rounds, so. And that is the verse play. So slowly it will be E minor, 3 rounds, C, 5, G3, and D5, like this. All right, and in tempo. Like that. All right. So you're going to play that for the verse play, and now let's go over to the chorus. This one could be a little bit challenging when it comes to the strumming and the timing right here in this song, but I'm going to take you through this very in a very educational matter, I hope, to really explain what you're going to do, downs and ups and all that. So we're going to take the first chord here. It's the DF chord. You're going to play down, up, down on that one. That's it. So down, up, down. And then you switch to E minor. Keep in mind you have this ring finger on the 3rd fret, the B string glued there. So down, up, down on the DF. And then you go to the E minor and play up, down, up. And then you go to the C and play down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, I'm gonna explain the rhythm for you soon, but just to have the amounts of downs and ups correct here. So again, DF, down, up, down, then E minor, up, down, up, and then the C, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So in total, if you just take away the rhythm and so on, it will be 5 down ups, okay? Okay, so that is the C add, and then you just repeat everything else from the chords, now the G and so on. So you play the G in the same way as you play the DF. So that would be down, up, down. And then the AD in the same way as you play the E minor, up, down, up. And then the final D chord in the same way as you play the C add, the long down, up, down, up, down, down, up, 5 times. So that is how you handle the chorus. So there are certain notes, or not notes, but the downs and ups you want to emphasize here. So to get the feeling right, it will be like this. I can just show you first. Okay, so if you notice, sometimes I push a little extra on some downs and ups, and that is what gives this rhythm here. It takes some practice, but I'm gonna tell you where you to do that, and then you know that and you can practice. So you're gonna start with the DF chord here. The first down here, you give it some extra kick there. Okay, so really mark this. Okay, so the first down here, and then up, down, a little bit tame down, and then you come to the E minor, you mark that first up again, and then the down up, a little bit tame down, and then you go to C and play down, up. Okay, so the second up there, you wanna emphasize a little bit extra, and then you continue with tame down, up. And then the fourth down, you want to give some extra kick to. So this is the hardest part here on the C. You play the down, up, the second up there, and then you continue with down, up, and then the fourth down, up. So the C will be so down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And that's the first half, and then you apply the same for G, A, D, and D. So just to be really clear about this, I want to try now to play for you slower and really emphasize where to push some extra. So just repeat the first down in the DF, the first up in the E minor, the second up in the C add, but also the fourth down, okay? So slowly it will be like this. Okay, so again. And then you apply the same for G, A, D, and D. And in a context here, standard tempo and playing, it will be something like this. So notice sometimes the ups and downs that are not emphasized, they're sometimes just there or not even that. It's sometimes just in the background. So I really want to get these kicks on the right timing there. This is the challenge in this song from Alexander Stewart. He never will. But otherwise, yeah, just practice. Start with the verse, the picking, and then go further on in the chorus. So good luck with this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, play tune.